Dia ini hari pelihara kecil kan, dia nak buat pelihara besar lah tu. Bagus lah tu. Masing-masing nak memberi sumbangan kepada rakyat untuk menjadi wakil rakyat dan kepada nasib. Okey lah. Peluang tu saya seorang peribadi tak ada masalah, kita boleh retain, boleh pertahankan. Kerana tak ada sebab dia nak tolak calon PR kepada rakyat, kerana kita dah setahun lebih, dah 11 bulan 11 bulan kita pemerintah, tak ada masalah apa, semua okey. Kita punya rekod tak ada kotor, tak ada apa-apa problem, kecuali kalau you boleh proof rekod tak baik di Kedah.
Datuk Seri melihat dengan sebelum ini kan, dengan orang yang calon tu tiba diganti, boleh rakyat boleh terima lagi ke?
Semua calon-calon orang tak kenal, lepas tu orang kenal. Semua rakyat terima. Saya balik dulu pun 15 tahun dulu orang tak kenal saya, tu orang kenal. Lawan sayang pula, sama juga. Arumuga pun tak kenal dulu, yes.
Orang baru kena melalui proses macam ni lah.
Jokowi kalau gitu, dia ada orang lama bagus, ada orang baru pun bagus. Depend lah on keadaan. Saya fikir no problem with our candidate, okay.
So kawalan keselamatan semua hari ni macam mana?
Keselamatan okey, tak ada sebab gaduh lagi. Okey, tak ada masalah. Tapi dia kurang sikit lah, poli tu lebih kurang dengan Peribahasa Agung UMNO juga, dia pun tak poli banyak tahun ni. Itu.
So apa Sri nak nasihat pada rakyat untuk rakyat kecil ni?
Okey, kita semua para pengundi dia tunai kewajipan dengan baik. Kita cuba exercise amaran demokrasi. Lepas tu kita masyarakat madani lah, civilized people. Kita guna dengan cara yang baik. Dan masing-masing bagi hujah lah kenapa rakyat perlu pilih dia. Itu saya tak ada masalah, apa biasa je.
Maknanya
bebas menang, dia bebas juga. Kalau dia exco, dia kejap-kejap. Kalau dia jadi calon bebas, dia pun bebas tu. Dia boleh pergi kat BN, dia boleh pergi ke mana-mana dia boleh main, nak masuk JIP boleh. Bas tak boleh sebab dia bukan orang Islam. Itu when we come to the bridge, I will decide. But for the time being, no. Only for PKR, okay? Calon PKR. Okay.
terima kasih.
Ya, kita tahu ni benar berlaku. To please everybody it's impossible. You tak boleh entertain everybody. You tak boleh bagi semua orang senang hati. Kita ada 11. PKR kita ada 18 calon. Kita ada interview dia orang. If you pick one of them, another 17, we feel not very happy because you want not pick 4 the candidate. You ambil nombor 1, nombor 2, nombor 3 sampai 18 tak puas hati. You ambil nombor 18, 17, 16, 15 tak puas hati. Biasalah. Tapi kita punya pengalaman, kita sekarang sampai masa kita akan bersatu baliklah. Dan saya dimaklumkan sekarang semua dah almost we can normalize lah. Itu semua baliklah.
Well, from the nominations, nominations today, I think this is probably we have the highest number of independent candidates. I suppose this will go down in the electoral history of Malaysia, lah. But I think,
happy or what?
well, I'm not very happy. Well, although you think people have the right to, get themselves nominated and to contest election, from a democratic point of view. But at the same time, I think when you have so many candidates, then one wonders why these people are contesting, who are the people behind it, what are the reasons. So when you look into those things, then you begin to wonder that the other forces working, maybe to undermine the votes for the either for the opposition or for the ruling party. But I suppose today, nomination day, I think the strategy is for some of these independent candidates to get themselves nominated and then use it as a bargaining mechanism. before the actual election. So I think from that perspective, yeah, withdraw lah. They'll say they'll go to respective camps and say, look here, I'm nominated. I want to contest. So if you don't want me to contest, why don't you pay me some money? I will quit. This has been there in the Malaysian history. So I think this strategy will be used. So I suppose by the time of the election, I think the number of independent candidates will drop. I don't know how many will drop lah. So I hope it will drop, and then let the contest be essentially between Barisan Nasional and Pakatan Rakyat lah. So I think
very unusual, and voters will recognize it as very unusual. And I think voters will focus on the main two candidates, that is the Pakatan candidate, Mr. Manikumar, and Ganesan, the MIC BN candidate. And voters will make up their minds on those issues. I don't think they're going to be troubled by the 6 Malay independents, the 6 Indian independents, and the 1 Chinese independent. That's my sense of it. There will be some small numbers of votes going to independents. Perhaps some of these independents are under the illusion that they might pull off what Armugam pulled off, not recognizing that it's a very different scenario for Armugam in the last election. And I think some of the independents were organized in order perhaps to try to reduce our majority, but this is not going to, I don't think it's going to succeed.
They're saying the exact same thing, that PKR has organized it,
They're saying that we have organized it. That's very interesting.
They're actually saying that, the Indian community is not happy with PKR's selection. So, they want to show no lessons. So there's so many other independent candidates.
Well, what about the Indian community? I've heard when MIC itself, Kedah MIC is very unhappy with the selection of the MIC candidates. Public knowledge that Saravanan, the state chief, is extremely unhappy with the selection of Ganesan, and I don't think MIC can deny that. So, they can say what they want. We know the truth. We know this is not our doing, and I think if you take a straw poll of anybody on the street, I can guarantee you the majority will agree with us that this is organized by BN. 6, the Malay candidates perhaps a little more complex because, again, I think it's a misguided attempt to reduce our majority, and this is not going to work.
I'm not worried, because I think for the people, it's very clear. This election is like a referendum on the previous decision in March 8th to give power to Pakatan Rakyat. So like Malaysia, whether do we rely on BN or do we get in a new party which is cleaner, which is new, which is more sincere? And I think that's mainly all the by-elections are about that. And I think our voters are very clear, And I think they've written a very strong verdict both here in Bukit Gantang that they want this reform process, this two-party system process to proceed further. So I think that is what will come through. So we are here. PSM is here to support the Pakatan Rakyat, the PKR candidate, and we'd like to see both of them win, both here in Bukit Gantang.